Good morning and welcome back to the Now Morning Show, your Friday edition, where we continue to tell you things that you should add to your calendar. Now, sports is a phenomenal way for communities to come together and for individuals within the community to make significant impact. The Freetown Sports Group and Academy of Football Excellence is doing just that, and to tell us how they're going to do so, we are joined by Mr. Jamil Young, the Managing Director, Ms. Janine Duncan-Ramey, relation to Rockers, founder of Holistic Wellness Program, and Mr. Marlon Murray, a player and educator. Good morning, gentlemen and lady. Welcome to the Now Morning Show.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm tremendously excited about this initiative because, as I was saying, it is a great way to bring things together. But who decided that this was necessary, and what was the perhaps pivotal point at which you all realized it was needed? Mr. Murray?
Well, yes, I can go first. Well, first of all, it started with the academy. I began the academy in 2017, and because there was a need. We are all from the Belmont community, and really and truly, when you look at the Queen's Park Savannah, which has been very famous for sports and activities, if you pass around there on an evening, especially on the Queen's Park East, which is the Belmont side,
Right.
you will notice there are very, very few activities taking place. What has happened is that in my time growing up, it used to be busy, a lot of young people, but now it has completely changed. So what I decided to do as someone involved in football throughout the years is open my academy, bring in a lot of the young people from the area, and it grew into what it is now today.
Beautiful. Now, Jamil, as a managing director, what is your role play, or rather, what role do you play in making sure that Academy brings back youth to the Queen's Park Savannah East?
Before I answer the question, actually, Mr. Marlon is the technical director of the academy. So officially, he runs the academy. And my role is a player educator within the academy. However, I'm the managing director of Freetown Sports Group, right? Now, what that entails is really just bringing people together of like minds who see the need for programs like these, and then work together to execute and change the narrative of and in our community.
I appreciate the clarification of the positions and the unity for sure. And then the ladies' touch. When we think about creating any sort of groups, oftentimes the wellness aspects of things are kind of overlooked. We look at the physical, we look at the demands therein and the skills, but you bring in different element to things. So describe that a little bit to me for the persons watching on as well.
Okay, my company, my business, my goal is called Divine Ma'at Healing Center. Right now we are focused, I'm focused on the children doing yoga, doing education, doing after school program, doing emotional intelligence with them, teaching them how to just be in tune with their bodies, getting them off the phones, just bringing that whole holistic view to them. And that's mainly what the overview of my program is, teaching Kemetic yoga, which is Egypt or African yoga. And just getting them out and active.
Right, get moving and off the phones, as you say.
Moving and off the phones and in tune with their bodies, because oftentimes there's a separation between body, mind, and spirit. So we're just trying to bring that all together within my program.
All three.
Yeah.
So what does the calendar of events look like? What is happening next that we can become a part of to experience what Freetown Sports Group and the Academy for Football can do?
Well, first of all, I'd just like to comment on what is happening with Janine and the connection with the academy. Someone being involved in sports and football all my life. It's the first time I've ever experienced yoga meditation in connection with the sport. And it's been amazing because we mostly boys, we have some girls also.
Right.
And you know how children behave, they're running all over the place. And we have done yoga before training sessions where, Janine would get them in state of meditation,
Right.
and then after they'll do the yoga. And it has been amazing that after, when they go into the training session, there's a difference in their focus. They're definitely more focused. They definitely listen. They definitely do the drills better, you know. So it has been an amazing experience,
Right.
putting the two together.
An enhancement, if you will. I
Yes.
see Jamil shaking your head enthusiastically. You've experienced it firsthand as well, yeah?
Yeah, well, for me, it's more of a lifestyle,
Nice.
you know. So I have had first-hand experience with the way it transforms your mind, the way you're able to think more clearly.
Right.
As Janine was saying, that it really just brings you in tune with yourself. And I believe that right now in the society
Very
is
necessary.
missing, right? Because a lot of people are just reacting and reacting and reacting, you know, and that's why we see all these so-called crazy stuff happening, where people just run up to other people and shoot and kill them because they're not really present within the mind and the body to make a conscious decision to or not to, right? So that's why we involve it in the program, and we would like to spread it to our wider community.
So how do we do that? The wider community wants to get involved. How do we get in touch with you guys? When do we start participating and practicing? How do we start?
Well, one of the areas we are also involved in coaching a school. That is St. Francis College, formerly known as Belmont Intermediate.
Right.
So we made a connection with the students and the parents, and we also organize tournaments where we involve other clubs, academies, and schools also. So this is one of the areas where we're able to spread what we are doing.
Beautiful. And if we wanted to become part of that, it means that we don't necessarily have to belong to any of these schools, but it's a great way to start, yes?
Yes, and what the connection, our children go to different primary schools, secondary schools, and what we found is that through that connection, you have a lot of children coming from these schools now, coming to the academy. And we have children from 3 all the way up to 16. And what happens is that you get parents coming with the children.
Right.
Sometimes you have parents coming pregnant. And
So you know you have a new one coming.
yeah, up to yesterday, Janae, she is just over here, and she would come out and she'd just be on the field walking up and down. You know, we have an area for them, you know, where they could walk, and you see the other ones who are 5, 6 taking care of them. So, you know, it's real, and the children don't want to leave. That's the next thing. The children do not want to leave. You know, so it's really
like,
something fantastic.
I have some extra babies.
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about. We all know that, yes, the sense of community and, you know, involving mind, body, and soul is important, but it really starts with the youth, and you guys are doing a tremendous job with that, from the sound of things, at least. But then what is next? What is the next event? Where can we see all of this greatness in action?
Well, we practice on a Tuesday afternoon, Thursday afternoon, and 9 o'clock on a
Saturday morning.
yes, Saturday morning. Our next official tournament, we plan to have something for Diwali. So right now we're in the planning stages for that, where we're gonna, we attempt to put on a big youth tournament, you know. So I believe that's the next date we could look forward to, where you could see or get a first-hand experience of all the things we are doing and the effects of what we are doing. And as well, you all could visit our Instagram page, Academy of Football Excellence, where you all could see everything and the way we run the program and all of those stuff.
Sounds good. Of course, before then, we will have you back to tell us more details as to when we could start registering, what sort of fees, if anything. But if we wanted to just join the academy or the groups, are there any fees associated with these at all? Or is this entirely an NGO out of the goodness of your heart?
Well, with the academy, there is a fee involved. Basically, $200 a month. And you train 3 days a week, right? You will also get the uniform. Most of the time we tell the parents, well, you have to organize the gears like the football boots
Right.
and the shin guards,
guards.
right? But there is also a role that we play because there are many who cannot afford. So what we do is that we would waive the cost.
Okay.
We would waive the cost in a lot of instances, and some could pay, maybe they can't make the 200, they can make pay a 100, we would waive the cost. Because at the end of the day, we want the children to come, we want the involvement, you know, and that is critical. And another thing too is the parents. And we get a lot of dads coming out too also.
Hey,
you know, it's a
nice.
sport, which is very important, very, very, very important.
We've heard of football moms, we got football dads. That's great.
The other point, what we are just speaking about as well, one of our main goals is become self-sustainable.
Right.
Right? I believe that one of the things that we miss a lot in our communities is, yes, we do stuff out of our hearts. However, if we are not ably financed, the program itself will not be able to run.
Right.
Right? So that's one of our main goals right now, because we do our own maintenance within the Savannah, because if we don't do it, it don't get done.
Right.
Right? So one of our major goals at this point is to become self-financed, so that we can grow our program into the vision that we have set for it.
I love the vision. And to close off, Janine, anything you want to add?
Yes. Within my program, Divine Arts Healing Center, I'm going to be doing an after-school program, which entails helping our children with their homework, revision, yoga, mindfulness exercises, and also emotional intelligence exercises, along with games and stuff.
Of course.
I ran a summer program, which was amazing. Children thoroughly enjoyed it. They were really involved with just the newness of just the whole concept of
Right.
just mindfulness, because they're accustomed to just running around. Having them just sit and just be calm took a little work,
A little
but they were receptive to it. That's the thing, you know,
Right.
as long as we guide them, because they're really just waiting for information and to be led. So as long as we just guide them into what they have to do, they enjoyed it, because it's not just calm, you know,
Right.
it's cool, calm, but it's also fun and active.
Absolutely.
So that's what my program is all about. And I also could be found on Instagram at Divine Healing Center, Divine Arts Healing Center, where all of the activities, you can get an idea of what I'm doing and will be doing throughout the process.
It sounds beautiful, and it is something that we truly appreciate. We look forward to the events coming up, and we will check in with you guys soon. But if you're just joining us, you just missed some phenomenal information that you need to check out on Instagram. So thanks again to Mr. Jamil Young, Mr. Marlon Murray, and of course the lady of the morning, Janine Duncan Remy, for joining us this morning and telling us all about Freetown Sports Group and Academy for Football Excellence and the fantastic job they're doing. Congrats in advance for all the successes. And you guys stick around. We have much more that you need to know right here on the Now Morning Show, but we take a break and return after these messages.